Hi everyone and welcome to this quite exciting video because I'm going to color a Disney princess from start to end. And since it's March and I wanted to tackle for myself the books that I hadn't colored in for quite some time, I've chosen this one. I've just looked it up on Amazon and I'm afraid it's not available anymore. There are tons of other Disney princess coloring books available, but I don't know, is it out of print or yeah, I'm not sure. There's also not an artist mentioned, so was it kind of a, yeah, it's not counterfeit, I think. I at least I hope it's not. But yeah, so unfortunately I can't provide any link to buy this book, but even if you don't have the same exact picture, you can always color along this and do the same princess, only will she be in another position or doing something else than she's doing in this book. In this one, I did 2 pictures already. The first one was this one, or it can possibly be the second one, I don't know yet. It's from, you can't see it because of that paint. I've worked in this one on June, middle till the end of June, 15th to the 20th. From last year, and the other picture is from Vaiana or Moyana, and this is done in May, so this was the first one that I did. And that's all in this one. So I thought it was time to do another one in this book, and I've chosen the very first one with Rapunzel because she's one of my favorite Disney princesses, and I can do some exciting stuff with her, give her some glitter paints. I will go in her hair with some golden strokes. I know her hair is only glowing when it's combed through or activated with a hairbrush. But I thought it would be nice to do some extra details in her hair. So, silly me, I haven't looked up what the color of her eyes are like. I'm going to take a peek on the cover, and it seems to be blue. And I didn't look up her clothing either, so it's quite purpley with some pink details. Normally, in the Fabiana Attanasio books, I give the clothing my own idea. Then they don't have to wear Disney outfits, but if it's really a Disney picture, I try to stick to the colors they have been created in. And for this coloring, I'm going to use my Prismacolor pencils. And for the woodwork and such things, I'm thinking about using Albrecht Dürer or maybe some graphited pencils, because it can take that quite well. I'm just going to take a peek. Where did I? Acrylic paint. I've used acrylic paint for this, but on the Moana picture or Vaiana, I did use some Albrecht Dürer paint, so I think it will be possible to use it on this one too. But I'm going to start just with her, coloring in her face, and I'm going to use my standard face colors, being light peach, PC927. I have to grab my henna if it's still in my neighborhood. Yes, it's in a pencil extender because it's very short. That's PC1031. For her blush, I'm going to use pink PC929. Parma Violet PC1008. And also some sepia, that's PC948. And since this book is double-sided, I can't work with, this is a protection sheet, I can't work with markers, so everything will be done in pencil. So I'm starting with the light peach first, and I'm going to do a light layer on her skin, and then I will be adding in some details. So here we go. I hope everyone is doing okay. Here it's Friday night, and so the weekend is about to begin. Is this her ear? I think it is. So we don't have special things planned, maybe except on Sunday. It's possible that we will be visiting, or it's more than possible, it's almost sure that we will be visiting my mother-in-law because she has her birthday today. She's turning 76. And she's still in good health, so that's nice. And yeah, weekends always fly by so quickly. So it will be Monday again before we know it. But okay, weekends is just starting, so we're not going to think about that too much. And try to enjoy our free time. And off camera, I'm working on a page in Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Klett. It was also since last year that I touched that book. So that was also time to tackle that one again. And I've used some paints for the background, my Sonnet paints, and they are very vibrant. They're very good quality, but the paper from Denise's book wasn't too friendly with my paints. The paper is really taking a lot of water. I'm going to zoom in just to move my tripod a bit so that you can have a better look on the details of the face. I forgot to grab a color. And that's my regular peach. To add the first details of shadow. I always think noses are a bit tricky. I think about a week ago I saw the Frog Princess for the very first time. Wow, and I really enjoyed that fairy tale also. I forgot the princess' name already. She was called Tiana, I believe. Hakim? No. Not sure anymore. But anyway, I like the film very much. So I'm looking forward to color in Tiana. And of course Rapunzel is a super nice one too. Going to add a bit of shadow beside her eye. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention that the last book by Hachette, the En Famille one, I've seen a few people hold this book already, and they all seem to be having that misprint. So yeah, and even Sammy had it on her copy, and she was going to contact Amazon also. I don't know if she has had an answer yet, but yeah. This window is also not straight, but I think that's how it's supposed to be in this book. And even if it was a misprint, this book wasn't quite that expensive. Not that the Hachette one is costing an arm and a leg, but yeah, you from such a publisher you don't expect such an error. It's a shame. It can happen, of course. Something can always go wrong. But yeah, it was a bit disappointing. But anyway, I think it's a wrong printed stack of books or a production lot that had gone wrong. So I hope there are already a few sold without any strange picture positionings. I'm pretending that the light is coming from this way, so I have to leave her arm a bit whiter here, or paler. And I know I'm not always right with my lighting. It's one of the most difficult things, I think, in coloring. And I really want to play around with that light more. Also on flowers, I really like colorings that seems to be having a glow of their own. That's so magical, and I always forget to do that. And now I'm trying to do it in my Mermaids in Paradise book. So I'm just going to do a slightly bit of darker color here, but this may be a bit lighter. I'm going to check my time from on a regular basis so that I'm not talking while my video is stopping. And now I'm having the light up here, so I'm not going in too crazy, neither with this one. And here she may have a bit of darker skin tone because of the shadow of her blouse. Okay, the first two steps are done. So now I'm going in with my henna. And I don't think it's always necessary to use henna, but then she's looking more healthier with some extra red here and there. But you mustn't exaggerate. So I'm just going to go in very lightly because of the main shadow is from my Parma Violet. And of course I want to give her some decent blush. Okay. So just the same on her arm here. Only a bit of henna. And I'm always finding these bones, this area, always have to think twice where to put some shadow. And Sammy is in a Disney phase right now. And I think she influenced my passion again. I'm going to darken this part area a bit because there's no light because of her hand here. Okay. And Sammy did a fantastic picture from Mary Poppins. And yeah, once you begin to see nice Disney colorings, it's very tempting to start something yourself. And I'm out of focus again. Silly me, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave it like this. Okay. Maybe I can. This is better. To refocus again. Okay. Now I'm going in with the Parma Violet. For the deeper shadows. And then afterwards we can blend with the light peach again. I'm sorry if I'm not always talking. Sometimes I'm just not I don't know any subjects to talk about. "20 minutes in. I'm going to pause this for a second, or stop this video for a second and immediately return with a new one, so that I won't lose any words while this camera switches off. So see you in just 1 second. Okay, back again. So this is almost finished. It's always looking so scary without the blending. I'm coloring for quite some time now and it's still scary. Especially when you go in with the darker colors. Not that Parma Violet is super dark, but it adds shadow. Not as terrible as sepia, of course, or black, but still. Okay, going in with the light peach again and leaving some areas like they are with white. Like here I'm going to leave some extra white. And this paper is quite easily saturated because the blending isn't that easy. Normally that purplish color is more hidden when blending, but okay, we will have to do with what we are getting, and I don't think it's looking that terrible. Going to try and hide these harsh lines. And I'm going to grab my white, because I think I have bought a buff titanium from Luminance open stock a while ago, because Sammy was very enthusiastic about it, but I think it will be too yellow for this picture, I'm guessing. So I'm going over with some Prisma white. to give that nose a bit of a highlight, a bit of the forehead, a bit of her cheek. Okay, now I'm just going in with the pink for the blush. I'm not going to use too much. No, blush is also very difficult. Never know where to start properly, but I think beneath her eye, and doing it like this is okay. At least I hope it is. Okay, making this a bit paler with my white. And I think I'm going to use a bit more of that peach color here. That's better. Okay. And I'm going to use the sepia now in a very light way to add some extra shadows here and there, but not too crazy. A bit above her eye here. A bit here. Sepia is very tricky. Just going in here and there. Here it can be a bit darker. And also a bit on her hand, because it's looking a bit too purple for my feeling. Going in with my peach again, here above her eye. Okay, and now I have to think, will I do natural lips? I'm tempted to give her some natural lips. I don't know if she's wearing lipstick. Going to take a peek again. Yes, of course she is, but yeah, maybe she needs some pink. But I'm just going to go for that natural color anyway. And I'm making these corners a bit darker and fading out towards the middle. Okay. maybe going in slightly bit with some sepia. And then we will work on her eyes. She has blue eyes, so I'm going to use 2 colors. And I'm going for cerulean blue, and it's not picking the number up, it's 103, and 1024 blue slate. And I'm just going to sharpen the darkest color because I will be using that on top of her eye. On the top part here. And the bottom in a lighter shade. And where's my white signal pen? I'm going to make sure this is really white, giving her some extra. No, that's too much. Okay, going to grab the black because one white dot was enough for this picture. I thought it would be nice to have 2, but I'm going to add some extra of this blue. I'm going to add here. I'm looking, there's something wrong here. Give me a little dot. That's better. Okay. Okay. And that's part 1 of this coloring. So the next part, I think I will be focusing on her clothing or on the woodwork. I'm not sure. We will see how it goes. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this so far, and yeah, that it was interesting and a bit learnful to hear me think out loud and explaining why I do some things. So okay, we will talk soon in a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.